I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. Oh, man. Similarly, the first alleged complaint alleges that Emiru's statements regarding Mizkif's controlling and toxic behavior were defamatory. Bro, how many people in this audience thinks Mizkif have a chance? Like, do you think he's going to win this lawsuit? Do you think like he's going to get justice? Do you think it's not going to get dismissed? Okay. She stated he was controlling over her clothes and friends when she streamed. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? He admitted in his own words to telling her how to dress, who to speak to, what to speak about, and who to contact. He says, I know I was controlling and I should have just ended the effing relationship, but I was so confused as a person. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely effing toxic. Mizkif also admits in his live stream that Emiru's statements regarding his driving habits were true. She said that he would drive like 150 miles an hour, and one time said, now we're both going to not be alive anymore, threatening to delete us both. What does he say on live stream? I drive fast literally everywhere. I drive fast all the time. I don't remember the exact speed I got up to, but we were definitely flying. Now, he doesn't say anything about deleting everybody themselves, but he definitely confirmed driving fast. So is it more likely than not that while he was driving fast, he stated that he was going to, statements are nearly identical to the daughter's statements in the Benson case. Emiru expressing her heartfelt emotional journey over several years with an admittedly toxic man. There go that man thing again. Her story is admirable, and in telling it, she is stating her emotional truth, not some statement of decisive fact. Oh, gosh. Oof. So is she walking back the SA claims? She's like, oh no, that's my emotional truth. That's not a statement of fact. It's my emotional truth. Bro, the damage is done, dog. Emotional truth, statement of fact. It's game over on Mizkif. Interestingly, that Benson case also directly dealt with the question of whether accusing someone of SA constitutes defamation. There, the daughter used the term SA without explaining exactly what occurred between her and the stepfather. Unlike the First Amendment complaint, there, the court had to benefit of the daughter's entire statement to review. She harping on that. The court held because the Texas Penal Code defines criminal offenses as SA, and Guerrero published a statement that Chris had SA'd her without further explanation. The words Guerrero used were reasonably capable of a defamatory meaning. An example that Chris had committed a criminal offense of SA against her. For purposes of the TCPA, this was sufficient for the father's claim to survive the initial challenge by the daughter. Mizkif will certainly focus on Emiru's use of the term SA, which she should. I mean, I would do the same, and argue that Emiru's statements are necessarily defamatory because they include the same term. However, in comparison to Benson here, Emiru described in detail the exact nature of Mizkif's assault against her. Bizarrely, this is the one sentence that Mizkif actually quotes in the First Amendment complaint. He started kissing me in the face. I let him do it, and then he suddenly tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hands down my pants. I screamed, and when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat. Okay? Taking the whole context of Emiru's statement into account, as the court is required to do, the situation is very different than the stepfather in Benson. Emiru describes exactly what happened to her, and although she defines it as SA, a reasonable viewer would unquestionably understand that the term is her own description of what happened to her. I don't know about this. This is a reach. If someone comes out and say I was SA, and then like later down the line say he kissed me and finger popped me, and then I yelped and he got off me, I don't know. Maybe. It's still the term SA. The viewer is not left to guess as to the nature of the assault based on solely on the term SA, like in Benson's case, which focused on the fact that the daughter did not actually describe the alleged assault. Okay, it might not fly. The judge will determine it. Just like in Benson, Emiru's statements are not actionable as defamation because they show her personal viewpoint, her own emotional truth, and not purported fact. The court should dismiss the First Amendment complaint as to Mizkif. Man, that emotional truth thing is a bitch. But at the same time, this is federal court. Federal court. TCPA don't apply. So you have that element. Emiru's claim was emotional, might not fly because she prefaced the whole thing by describing it as an essay. That really couldn't be described as anything as a statement of fact. We're going to find out. The amended complaint must be, is Emiru going to win? Her motion to dismiss. Is her emotional truth argument regarding essay going to hold weight? Why didn't she not address the stalking claim in her response? And where is the restraining order that she was planning on respond, or that she said she was in the process of filing? You have those questions. But as far as Mizkif having a slam dunk defamation case, I just don't see it. But he would if they throw out that emotional truth. If the emotional truth wins, it's game over for the defamation case for Mizkif. If the emotional argument is tossed aside, then Mizkif has a case. So I think his whole case against Emiru is going to bank on whether the judge accepts her live stream as her emotional truth or as a statement of fact used to destroy Mizkif.